Okay, try again. Welcome. We're going to do this meditation with the intention of reliving the giving of the Torah or living the giving of the Torah, since it is a mitzvah for us to accept the Torah every single day. Let's start by recognizing where we're sitting or laying down or standing, accessing awareness of the support of the seat and the floor, and then switching to the breath. And we can continue with that intention of breathing in a new moment, retention of emptying, and then sending out with the exhalation back to the Creator, anything which is not necessary. And let's just focus on that breath. Feel the body and the mind starting to calm down. And if they're not, that's okay. If you're noticing a busy mind, just invite that busy mind to relax. Accept it and allow it that it's doing what it believes it needs to do. Invite it to go into a waiting space. If you notice yourself distracted by sounds around you, just recognize it and allow it to pass in one ear and out the other. Notice any body sensations such as tightness in the shoulders or a stiffness or a heaviness anywhere, or maybe a feeling of lightness. If you like, you can close your eyes and continue the breathing. And if you're ready, you can imagine yourself surrounded by a cube. Okay, there is a cube around me. I'm in a separate space that is a sanctuary for me in this moment, in this place, in this body. So let's imagine what that cube might feel like or look like. Is it opaque or is it transparent? Mine is a little bit flipping back and forth between opaque and letting in some sounds. So I'm going to invite those distracting sounds to stay on the outside of the cube. Within this cube, the ceiling is your awareness of God's presence above you. The Shekhinah, God's presence, is here with us in this moment and in every moment. And when we get distracted or when we don't recognize that, we can go back and tell ourselves, the Shekhinah is here, God's presence is here, waiting for us to recognize that this presence is here. And let's use the breath as an anchor. The floor is your affirmation of God's the floor is your firm rejection of any other power or God. Okay, so the floor is I'm pushing down my feet. I'm rejecting any other power or any other God. Pushing that down, that floor. I reject any other power in this moment and for future moments. Whether that other God might be relying on myself for things that I don't have in my control, whether that other God might be distractions which are not consistent with the Ratzon, the will of Hashem, whatever you imagine to be Elokim Acherim, the other God, or the other gods. The front wall is your affirmation of God's absolute unity. So in front of me, I affirm Ein Od Milvado. There is no one else beside God. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hear Israel. Hashem, our God, is oneness and nothing else. Ein Od Milvado. That's the wall in front of me. The right wall is my love for Hashem. My soul recognizes and loves Hashem with the deepest, deepest love. Hashem doesn't ever leave me. Hashem is the Father that always gives. Hashem can always be relied upon. As Shar HaBitachon, as the gates of trust say, Hashem is the source of all, and I love Hashem. So feeling that emotion of love and attachment coming through the right wall, and the left wall is awe and reverence of Hashem. Yira. So on the right is Ahava, love. On the left is Yira, awe. And what does that consist of in my imagination? Hashem is a Kol Yachol. Hashem is the beginning, before the beginning, the now and the after now, not confined to any time or space, infinity. And you may want to visualize something which helps you to experience awe, something which elicits that emotion of awe. And that might be a moment that you experienced which showed you that Hashem is in charge of everything. It may be a scene in nature. It may be an experience in your life, such as the birth of a child, or a moment when you really, really, in some way, really connected to Hashem, to the Creator. The back wall is your resolve to guard your mind from negative or distracting thoughts. Okay, I'm resolving to let go of negative and distracting thoughts. In this moment, in this time, I'm in this cube, that back wall, sending out negative, toxic, temporary thoughts and experiences that don't connect me to the oneness and the love and the fear of the Creator. And let's go back to the breath. And review the ceiling, your awareness of God's presence above you. The Shekhinah is here. The floor, rejecting any other gods or any other power. The power does not lie in the political system. The power does not lie in the job that we have. Even our spouses or our families can't save us. They can do their best, but the power is in Hashem, in the Creator. The front wall is my affirmation of God's absolute unity. Ein od milvado. There's no one else beside him. Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem our God. Hashem is one. The right wall is my love for God. And notice if you're feeling your heart opening or if you're noticing distracting thoughts. And whatever there is, just accept it and allow it and come back to the breath. The left wall is the yira, the fear, the awe of God, the greatness of the Creator. The back wall is your resolve to guard your mind from negative or distracting thoughts. So any kind of negative criticism or distracting thoughts, send it into the back wall. Just kind of make a little hole and send it through. Go away. I got this. I'm surrounded by the presence of Hashem and the presence of people who join me in this practice. Feel yourself protected and uplifted within this space. So let's see if you can feel that protection. That we're in this cube and when we're in this consciousness, in a special designated space. This is your personal Sinai, your personal Sinai, your daily receiving of the Torah. I am receiving the Torah right now. I'm accepting it. Reflect on each wall one by one, letting its meaning fill your heart. The ceiling, Hashem's presence is within me. The floor, I firmly reject any other God or any other power. The front wall, I affirm that Hashem, that God is one, in oneness. Nothing else beside God. The right wall, my love of God. The left wall, fear, yira, awe of God, the greatness of God and the smallness of created beings. The back wall, my resolve to guard my mind and my whole being from negative or distracting thoughts. sending those negative or distracting thoughts out through the back wall. Maybe through a hole, or maybe through the bottom, or maybe through the top, or just opens up for a second and takes it out and then reseals it. And bring ourselves back into the moment of breathing in a new moment of creation, holding, retaining, emptying out any sense of self or self-importance. Exhalation, letting those negative distracting thoughts out through that back wall, and letting go and letting the Creator hold us. As you do this, sense the Shekhinah, the divine presence, pervading the cube, your sanctuary. We are inviting the divine presence into this moment. We are taking upon ourselves to devote ourselves in this moment to the Creator who loves us, who we love, who we fear, to the rejection and to the exclusion of all other distractions. Before you do some Torah study or prayer, pause in this sanctuary and say this intention. Today I am receiving the Torah anew. Let me be a vessel, a keli, a vessel for your wisdom. Then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and begin your study or prayer, carrying this awareness with you. So now let's add a somatic element to this practice, not just the imagination and using the mind. Notice sitting comfortably, feet on the ground, and taking some breaths. Feel the weight of your body, the support of the bed or the chair or the floor, the air entering and leaving your lungs. As you contemplate a Torah concept, notice any sensations in your body. If you are meditating on God's love, for example, allow yourself to feel warmth in your chest or gentle relaxation in your shoulders. So let's meditate on God's love. The Shekhinah is here with us. God's presence is here with us. And we're opening our hearts to receive awareness of God's presence and Hashem's love for us. If you want to, you can use movement. You can sway or do like this, placing your hand over your heart. If you are meditating on giving of the Torah, which is our intention today, you can stand for a moment. Let's imagine ourselves at Har Sinai. Here we are. Ish echad v'lev echad. Like one ke'ish echad, like one person with one heart. We're all experiencing God's love. We're here at Sinai. We're protected by the clouds of glory. We feel the ground beneath our feet. We feel the presence of the whole of the Jewish community around us, present, past, and future generations, our bubbies and our zedis, our rebbes and their rebbes, the 7 holy shepherds, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Yosef. Let me see if I can remember them by heart. Moshe, David. I may have missed one. Let's breathe, imagining drawing the Torah's light into your body. Let's draw that light into our bodies. As you exhale, release tension or distraction, making more space within yourself to receive. My intention is to receive the Torah into my body, the light of the Torah, Hashem's love. I'm exhaling out tension and distraction. Goodbye, tension and distraction, going out through that back wall of the cube, of the sanctuary. Goodbye, go away. Breathing in Hashem's light and love. You can add any Torah idea that you want to in future meditations, not just God's love, but perhaps a particular idea that comes from a thought for the day, or a thought from the Parsha, or something that you learned in a recent class. And let's continue to breathe in light of Torah and love for and from Hashem, from the Creator. Letting go of tension and distraction. And my body is swaying because it just feels right. After the meditation, let's sit quietly for a moment. Notice how your body feels. And then offer a short prayer. May the words of Torah how I have contemplated become part of my being in thought, feeling, and action. Thank you for joining me.